welcome to the Java session. I am Amrita Patil and today we are going to cover method overriding. Okay, so what is method overriding? Method overriding occurs when the subclass provides a specific implementation for a method that is already defined in a superclass. Method overriding comes into picture when there is a relationship. That means that is in case of inheritance. Suppose we are having a method in the superclass and we want the same method in the subclass also, so that time we have to override the same method which is in the superclass in the subclass. So what we have to take care when we are overriding the method? The method in the subclass has the same name, return type, and the parameters as the method in the superclass. It provides a specific implementation of a predefined method. So the method which is already defined in the superclass, we are just overriding that method in our subclass. It implements the runtime polymorphism. The method overloading is a type of a compile time, while method overriding is a runtime polymorphism because the calling method or the behavior of that method will be determined at the runtime, not at the compile time. So it implements the runtime polymorphism. The real time example is the string method. So you may are aware with the string methods in the Java, which is overridden to provide a custom presentation of a object. So string is already a method which is there is in the object class, and just we are overriding if we want a custom presentation of a object in our class. Okay, so what is the code example of this? So if suppose I have a class animal, which is the super class, having the method make sound. So animal having the characteristic to make sound. So here it is having a method void make sound. And in it we are having animal makes a sound. If we are having a dog class, which is extending the animal class. Okay. So in this the dog is also having a sound. So if I want the sound, same method, but when I am calling the dog make sound, it should call the dog barks, not the make sound, because this is not a customized sound. I want a particular dog sound. So I am overriding a make sound method from the animal method in the dog class, and I'm just making how I will make sure that it is a overridden method. So I will add this and at the rate override. Okay, so this is the keyword to show that I am overriding a particular method. So in this, I am having system.out.println dog barks. Okay, so now you have got what is actual the over method overriding is there. So what is the real life example of this? So in us, we are having our parents and a child relationship. This is the example. As you know, it is an example of inheritance. Many of the real world habits of the parent child can be overridden in the nature. For example, suppose a parent child have a common behavior of singing. Parent also do singing and child also sings. Then the singing behavior of child may be different than his parents. Though they have the common behavior of singing, but the particular you can say the tone or the pitch of the singing may vary for of the child and parent. Okay, so this is an example of singing in case of overriding. That is, a child may have the classical singer, and the parent is having a behavior of a rock singer. Okay, so these are having the different behaviors, but the same what you can say the same quality, same behavior. Okay, so what are when you are overriding a particular method, you should follow certain rules. So what are these rules? There must be a parent and child relationship. That is, the inheritance must be there in case of overriding. The signature of the parent and the class must be same. Okay, the signature, that means the return type of that method, the parameters, the number of parameters, that should be a same. Okay, if the return time of the parameter, if the return type of the parent class method is non-primitive type, then the covariant return type must also be used in the child class method. Okay, so if the parent class method is having the primitive type, then the child class must also having the same primitive type. And in case of non primitive type, the covariant of the return type can be used, but it should be a similar name. The access modifier of the child class method should not be more restrictive. What is mean by that? If the parent class method is having the default modifier, then the child can have the default protected or the public modifier and not the private one. I hope you got this. Okay, so these are certain rules which you have to follow while method overriding. What are the advantages of method overriding? So the polymorphic behavior allows you to use the subclass in case of the superclass, promoting the code reusability. So instead of repeating that code, you can just add the method which is in the superclass. You can just override that method in the subclass and do um, you can change that behavior of that method which is different than the superclass. Also, this method overriding provides a way to implement the specific behavior in the derived class. So, as it is an inheritance type, so it can add a way to to behave differently than the what the superclass or the base class provide the behavior. Okay, so let's see some of the limitations. If not used carefully, it may lead to the unexpected behavior and the errors. You should take care of certain rules while doing the method overriding, which we have already seen. Okay, so use that carefully. Next, method overriding. Overriding a method might violate the Lascaux substitution principle, which is one of the object-oriented principle of the in the Java. So, if it is not used correctly, then it can violate the Lascaux substitution principle, affecting the program's correctness. Okay, so let's see the real-time example of let's see the demo of this. So method overriding. Okay, so in this we are having one class. It is called as the parent, class parent. It is having a method show. Here we are printing parent show, and we are having uh, the second class, that is class child, which is extending a parent. Method overriding can be possible in case of inheritance only. Keep that in mind. So the child is inherited from the parent, and we are overriding a method called as the show. So how we are showing that it is overriding method? So by using the override keyword. Okay. So here in this show method, we are just printing out the child show. When in the main method, we are creating a object of parent obj1 is equal to new parent and calling the object dot show. So this should call a child. Sorry, what it should call the parent one. So it should print the parent show. Next, I'm creating another object of the parent, but here I am creating parent obj2 is equal to new child. That means I am creating or I am referring to this child class, not the parent. Though it is having a base class of type of parent. So I'm while creating, I'm considering the child class. So object obj2 is equal to new child. So object 2 dot show. So this will call the child show. Okay. As the method is overridden here, so this will call the parent show method and this will call the child show. Okay. So let's execute this. Yeah. So as expected, it is showing the parent show and the child show. Okay. Have you got this one? Okay, so let's move back to test your knowledge. So, what will be the first? What is the method overriding? Creating multiple methods with the same name in the class, creating multiple methods with the different name in the class, providing a specific implementation for a method in the subclass that is already defined in the superclass, or hiding a method in the superclass. So, what will be the correct answer? Yes. So, providing a specific implementation for a method in the subclass that is already defined in the superclass. Yes, great. So, second question is, which keyword is used for method overriding in Java? Yes, which keyword is used? So, we have seen in the presentation also and in the demo also. So, what will be that keyword? Yes. So, at the rate override. Okay, third question, which of the following is the advantage of method overriding? Promotes code reusability, reduces the code complexity, enhances method visibility, or increases the method security. What will be the answer? Yes, it promotes the code reusability. Okay. Okay, these are some of the questions you can go through. These are the short answer questions. So we have already discussed these answers in the presentation. So just go through that and try to find the answer. Okay. Thank you. Happy learning.